Hello and welcome to 5 Minute Travel Tips. I'm Neil Patil. There are several exciting events coming up in 2024 that are coming about after several years and will probably not be back for a few more to come. The first one is the T20 Cricket World Cup. Then there's also the Summer Olympics in Paris. But there's one phenomenon I suggest you make note of most crucially, one that may not return for more than a decade to come, the Aurora Borealis, or what is popularly known as the Northern Lights. Auroras are a natural electrical phenomenon characterized by the appearance of streams of reddish and greenish light in the sky. The northern lights are the aurora display seen in the high altitude regions around the Arctic regions of our planet. Similarly, there are southern lights too, known as aurora australis. These are aurora displays in the Earth's southern hemisphere. It was only in 1619 that Galileo Galilei coined the term aurora borealis, derived from the Greek words aurora, meaning sunrise, and boreas, meaning wind. Humans have observed this cosmic wonder that is the northern lights for centuries, seeking explanations for the fiery display in the pitch black of the night. In Estonia and Finland, they believe the lights to be a manifestation of spirits. In Finland, they also believed that there lived fire foxes in Lapland who would whisk sparks in the skies with their tails. The oldest records of the auroras, however, are found in Assyrian astronomers, biblical accounts, and Chinese texts from the 7th to 10th century BC. From interpretations of divine messages and omens to clashes between the gods, ancient civilizations, including the Vikings, indigenous Arctic people, and even Aristotle, made observations and developed myths and legends around the lights. But with the progress of astronomy and science, the discovery of the true origins of the auroras are no less fascinating. The sun continuously emits electrically charged particles known as solar winds that travel across our solar system. When these energized solar winds reach the Earth's atmosphere at high speeds, sometimes up to 72 million kilometers per hour, the Earth's magnetic field protects us by redirecting these particles, primarily electrons and protons, towards the two poles. But this magnetic field is not perfect. Because of the shape of the Earth, some of these particles do indeed make their way into the atmosphere closer to the poles. As the solar winds travel poleward, they collide with gas particles including oxygen and nitrogen, resulting in a dramatic theatrical light display. Auroras appear in various shades of green with occasional hues of pink, red, yellow, blue, and purple. Green is the most common as it is the color generated when solar particles collide with oxygen molecules at altitudes of 100 to 300 kilometers above the Earth's surface. Red and purple hues occur at higher altitudes, while blue and violet are rarer and appear during intense solar activity. We often tend to hear more of the northern lights, mainly because the landmass near the Arctic allows us to have many viewing opportunities for the northern lights. So what is so special about the northern lights and 2024? This year, between January and October 2024, is when scientists expect to see the peak of solar activity in an 11-year cycle called the solar maximum. During this phase, the sun experiences heightened activity, including an increase in sunspots, which are dark areas that sometimes appear on the sun's surface, which means more streams of solar winds will be emitted towards the Earth. When these increased number of particles will interact with the Earth's magnetic field, particularly at the poles, they will create even more stunning brighter auroras. What does this mean for us observers? The increased solar activity during the solar maximum means more charged particles, leading to more frequent and intense northern lights, potentially visible even at lower altitudes. And this seems to have already started. My cousin, flying back to India from the US via Europe, witnessed firsthand a stunning display of the northern lights in the night sky from his plane window. The best places to see the northern lights during the upcoming solar maximum in 2024 and 2025 include Norway, Sweden, Iceland, Finland, and Canada. These locations offer great chances to witness the northern lights due to their high altitudes and darker skies, which are very important to view the northern lights. The best time to view the northern lights is during the winter months from late September to early April, when there are longer nights and darker skies, which are ideal for observing auroras. The peak season is often considered to be from December to March, when the nights are longest. As our Veena World tour managers always tell us, the experience of seeing the auroras is often described as surreal and mesmerizing, often being compared to a child seeing snow for the first time in their lives. Even today, this is still on my bucket list, and I'm really hoping that I tick this off in 2024. So let me now come to my final point. It is related to the photos that we click of the northern lights. Have you often heard your friends tell you that the northern lights are sometimes better seen in photos than to the naked eye? Why is that so? So the reason for that is that the northern lights often appear more vivid in photos than to the naked eye due to the way cameras capture light. Cameras, especially those with long exposure settings, can accumulate light over time, which enhances the colors and brightness of the auroras. In contrast, human eyes perceive light instantaneously and may not detect the fainter colors, especially in low light conditions. Therefore, while the auroras are still visible and impressive to the naked eye, they often appear more dramatic and colorful in photos. And if they are going to be the brightest in 2024, then I'm very sure that your trip to see the northern lights is also going to be in 2024. Hundreds of tourists from all around the world are definitely going to tick this off their bucket list. So why not you? Think about it, because now is your chance, unless it gets all sold out. That's it on 5-minute travel tips today. Have a great week ahead, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye.